What's up guys, welcome to this video. Today we'll be deriving the formulae that have C and D instead of A and B. They're shown in the thumbnail. We'll get straight into it. So the first thing we need to do is we know that A plus B is equal to C, right? Which means we know what we're going to substitute here, here, and there. We know that A minus B is equal to D. So we know what we're going to put there, and there. But this is A, this is B, and we don't know what we are going to put in the place of A and B, and also have A and B there. So in order to know what we're going to put in the place of A and B, we take this and we make A the subject, or sorry, no, we take these two, we add them. So we say C plus D will give us A plus B, right, since C is that, plus A minus B. Okay, so what I did here was I added C and D. If I add C and D, then I should add what they are equal to as well, and equate them to what they are equal to. Okay, so C plus D is equal to, now what's going to happen here is the B and the B will cancel, and you have 2A. And then you divide by 2 both sides, or you multiply by a half. So multiply by a half this side, multiply by a half this side, the 2 cancel that one, and you have A is 1 over 2 into C plus D. Okay, that's our A. We got A from adding these two. Let's see what we get if we subtract them. So now try C minus D. If it's C minus D, you have A plus B. This represents C, and then we subtract A minus B, putting it in brackets because all of this represents represents D. Okay, so C minus D. Okay, sorry, here we found A in terms of C and D because we want everything to be in terms of C and D and not A and B. What's going to happen here is you're going to have A minus A when you multiply this, then you're going to have B plus B when you multiply this out, and then you have C minus D is equal to, the A's are going to cancel, you're going to have 2B, and then you multiply by half on both sides so that you cancel this. Now you have B as half C minus D. Right, now when we have this, everything becomes easy for this question, because all we're going to do is we're going to take that formula, we're going to put we're going to substitute everything in terms of D and C. So we have sine A, but A is now half C plus D, right? That's our A from here. And then we have cos B, but B is now half C minus D. So we have half into C minus D is equal to a half sine A plus B is C. So you put C. Okay, we are doing this. So plus sine A minus B, which is D. So you put D. Now, in order to have this in the format that they wrote it in the question, you have to multiply both sides by 2. Right, and then this 2 is going to cancel that one. And then you have this equal to that. So you have sine C plus sine D is equal to 2 sine half C plus D cos half C minus D. That's your first formula. basically do the same thing for all the other ones. So let's take this one now. We have sine A, sine B. So it's sine A is now half C plus D, and sine B is now half C minus D, half C minus D, and it's equal to a half into negative cos A plus B is C plus cos A minus B is D. Then you multiply both sides by 2, right? You're gonna have this, which is negative cos C plus cos D is 2 sine 1 over 2 into C plus D sine 1 over 2 C minus D. So let's write this in a neat way and start with a positive term. It's going to be cos D minus cos C, which will be 2 sine 1 over 2 C plus D sine 1 over 2 C minus D. Right. That's our second one. Okay, wait, I just realized something. On the question, they didn't do it like this. What they did was they multiplied by a negative on everything here. So if you multiply by a negative on everything here, this is going to be positive. Let me just do that real quick. This is going to be positive. This will be negative. And this side will all be negative, since it's one term anyways, so you just put a negative at the front. That's your answer for that one. Then we have this. Okay, this is your answer. The next one says cos A cos B. Cos A we know is half C plus D. Cos B we know is half C minus D is equal to half cos A plus B is C plus cos A minus B is D. Multiply both sides by 2, you have cos C plus cos D as 2 cos half C plus D cos half C minus D. Finally, you have this one. Wait, let me check if this is correct. Cos 2 cos half cos, yeah. And then we have cos A is half C plus D. Then we have sine B is half C minus D. This should be equal to half sine A plus B is C minus sine A minus B is D. Then we multiply both sides by 2. We have sine C minus sine D is equal to 2 cos half C plus D sine half C minus D. Let me check this one too. That's sine minus sine 2 half cos plus, wait a second, sine. I think I made a mistake copying the question here. Oh, shoosh. It's cos. Oh, no, it's correct. yeah, we're done. Please like the video, share, subscribe. Watch the series for the TOT questions, because there's like other TOT questions that I've done and other TOT questions that I'm gonna do, and you will be ready for the exam.